All right, welcome, beautiful light beings. Today, in this live video training, I'm going to share with you the 3 secret strategies that took me from burned out to booked out in 30 days. And I did it all without an email list or fancy funnels. I didn't send any email out and I didn't build any fancy funnels. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that you don't need all these fancy stuff to have a business going, especially when it comes to a service-based healing or psychic coaching business. The advantage that we have when you create a business like that is you don't really need a place and you don't really have to have like a capital. So there's less cost to run and start a business that way. And I think this is why this industry is blooming, because a lot of people is realize it's actually really easy to start a business on the side like this. And you can also start this business while you're still working for someone else. So there's a lot of flexibility when it comes to creating your own business. And if I can shift from stress and burnout to consistently generating 5K to 10K a month, so can you. And it is time to unleash your inherent priestess power, release the hustle mentality, and change the way you run your business forever. So a lot of times we learn how to do our business through the older generation. And in this video training, I want to just break you out of these boxes and the preconceived notion of how you need to run your business as a healer or as a psychic or as a coach. So you'll leave this masterclass knowing exactly what needs to be done to actually scale your business and to hit your first 5K and 10K months. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's actually not that hard to generate 5K to 10K a month as a healer or as a psychic once you know these strategies and you actually follow through with action. So this masterclass is jam-packed. I am a Virgo, so I like to teach and I like to really help people with value. So it's going to be fluff-free. I'm not going to talk about myself like some other webinars where they just talk and talk for an hour and you're like, oh my goodness, this is so boring. So it's going to be jam-packed, and I will invite you to take out a pen and paper to jot down some notes, because I'm going to help you. This is actually like a live training, so you'll be doing work with me. So have a piece of paper and pen, and if you don't have access to that right now, just open up your phone and open up your note or something like that, so you can start reflecting and answering some of these questions. And if you pay attention and implement these tips right away, you could actually double and triple your income just from this training. So let's turn up your wealth consciousness and let's get started. Now, who is this masterclass for? It is for light workers, it's for empaths, starseeds, and earth angels, and anyone who is really here to bring more love, light, and healing to the world. And I wanted to take a moment to just thank you guys for stepping up and to serving people, helping people. And if you're brand new, even just having that intention is such an amazing gift for the world. So I see you, I feel you, and I thank you. And I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. I can't wait to see us all rise and unite and succeed together. So here are the main categories of people that I generally work with. These are the healers, so whether you're a spiritual healer, an energy healer, Reiki practitioner, alternative healers, sound healers, shamanic healers, or spiritual therapists, or any type of massage therapist or EFT therapist. Maybe you are a coach somewhere in the health or wellness industry, a life coach or relationship coach, or maybe you're a teacher also like myself that teaches meditation or yoga. Now, why are you here? You in this masterclass because you want more freedom, more expansion, and the chance to make a difference, right? If you're like me, you probably feel really happy after helping someone, right? When you help someone, whether it is your friend or a stranger, you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and you're like, wow, this is what makes me feel alive, and this is what makes me feel nourished and fulfilled. And you also know that you have a gift to share to the world. If you are here, if you have love, if you have compassion, if you have empathy, you have a gift to share to the world. And I'm going to help you discover these gifts in this masterclass training today. So this class is for you if you really want to have a deep transformation. If you're someone that's like, I don't want to change, I just want to be where I am, then this masterclass is probably not for you. I'm really asking for the people that are ready to create some change, or at least have the intention to go out of the existing reality and allow yourself to skyrocket to somewhere that is perhaps only a dream, but now to make it a reality. So let's get going, warriors, goddesses, priestesses, and let's rise together. So maybe you're like me, you were like working for someone and you don't really want to be an employee or your life. So you're ready to start, grow, or build your spiritual and holistic business to hitting your first 5K to 10K months. So when I first started, I was like, well, I'm not really a business coach. I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm not Oprah. Can I really make like 10K a month? Can I really make it into a full-time biz? So I went and just, started workshops and I didn't know what to expect. But fast forward, this is only my 4th year in business and I'm already generating a really good income as a full-time healer. And so if it's possible for me, it's absolutely a possibility for you as well. And if you want to shift from overwhelm and feeling lost from the pressure of starting a new business to having effective strategies that works for you in the long run, so you can help more people while making more money and working less hours. If you're light workers, you believe in the new earth, the 5D earth, and I know that you're here to create this new paradigm for humans to live. I feel that the way that we're working in our current society, it's made for machines, like 40 hours work week, 10 hours of commute. You barely have any time for yourself or your family or your children. And that's not really the way that we want to live. And so a lot of light workers in Starseed, we will incarnate into this lifetime to show people that there's a better way to live. You can empower yourself and you can become a sovereign being by creating something that is authentic to you, that suits your needs and suits your lifestyle. And if you want to go from feeling stuck, constricted, to waking up more inspired, more motivated, and excited to work on your business so you can have a lifestyle that suits your need for freedom and autonomy, then this class is for you. Maybe you already started your business or you're worrying about where to get clients or having your soulmate clients knocking on your door to work with you. And what I mean by soulmate clients are these clients are already in your soul group. It's in your soul family. And working with my students and even through myself is so much easier to work with a soulmate client because they are more in tune with your frequency. There's this mutual understanding. There's this soul connection that you guys already have. So instead of struggling and pulling people out when they don't really want to work with you or they have so much resistance, it's easier to work with someone that know, like, and trust you and wants and ready to be work with you. You also want to shift from feeling exhausted from chasing one-off sessions or workshops to serving your soulmate clients at a much deeper level with more ease and grace. So I started out thinking, okay, how do other healers do it? They charge by the hour, they do workshops. But what I was doing for the first 2 years of my business was chasing after these one-off sessions and workshops. And I realized that I can't really create this strong connection with my clients and students. It's almost like after the workshop, I'll offer to follow up with them, but there's not really this support system that is needed for people to go through a deep transformation. And also, it's not quite fair to you as a practitioner because you have so much gifts, right? Think about all the books that you read, all the certificates that you have already received. You have so much knowledge, and if you are just seeing a person for 1, 2, or 3 times, you're not really offering your full self. So it really doesn't do you or your client justice. And from playing the nice girl to unleashing your priestess powers or warrior powers to living in alignment with your soul purpose, with a deeper awareness of who you are and what you have to offer this world. And that starts by clearing at the cellular level the experience and energy of self-doubts, abandonment and shame, and really start to allow yourself to embrace and love all aspects of yourself. When you are coming out as a business owner, it is one of the most fastest path to ascension, at least for me, because it really challenges you to come out and serve. It challenges you to open your heart, to be bigger than your fears, to think about the people that you're about to help instead of thinking about your own fears. So it really pushes you and it really gives you this powerful, unlimited source of energy for you to heal yourself and let go of the old programmings, the limiting beliefs that have been ingrained in your mind and actually see results coming back in reality. When you see, yourself seeing your first clients and seeing your workshops happening, you start to see it happening in your reality. And it's actually so possible and so amazing to see these people in your life to create that connection together and releasing like any insecurities or better play it safe mentality. I used to be like that. I want to be in my comfort zone until I got bored. And I was only 25 years old at the time. And I'm like, I'm bored of this life. I still have like at least 7 decades to go. How am I going to do this? So I knew that I wasn't going to work with someone for the rest of my life. I saw my parents did it. I'm like, and this life is not really for me. I get bored quickly. So I really need something that keeps me going. And that's with creating my legacy and bringing more impact, making a difference into other people's life or into Mother Gaia. And also about unleashing any hidden spiritual gifts that you've always had but never knew how to use. So, yes, you have superpowers, and I'll show you how to activate them. Now, for a moment, let's set our intentions together. How would you feel to have financial freedom? We already know that money, right, in itself is just a tool. But a lot of times mentally, we think of money as something that keep us chained or caged or feeling just heavy or trapped. But what if you are one of those light workers that are ready to rise and are ready to create abundance and financial freedom? What would your work day look like? For example, my work day now, I just wake up, I do my morning ritual, I make myself a nice meal, I cook for my family, and then I just, you know, chill a little bit, take a shower, and then I get on my work day. And then I'm here with you guys now, just being myself, teaching what I know to help you guys on your journey. And you don't have to chase after these 40 hours work week is really not like that anymore. This new frequency that's coming into earth is liberating light workers, and you are one of them. So it's in your divine birthright to claim that abundance and to create that reality for yourself and your family. And also feel into it. How would it be to wake up in the morning and be excited to do the work that you're born to do? So one of my favorite mentor, Michael Bethwitt, he has this quote: pain pushes until a vision pulls. Let that sink in for a moment. For a while, I was letting pain push me out of bed, push me to go to work, push me to do these things until I have this vision for myself and for what I want to create. And it all of a sudden started to become so much more easier. If you're familiar with the law of attraction, they always talk about surrendering, allowing, and letting go of resistance. This is how you can do it, is have that vision. Have that vision and have goals in your mind. And my other favorite, Jim Rohn, another motivational speaker. I love hearing his speeches. You can find him on YouTube. He talks about success is something that you become. It is something that's already within you. And it starts by having goals, having the good attitude, having that resiliency and that dedication. So you can actually create this life where you are excited to wake up in the morning. And it is really time to take a quantum leap and rapidly ascend from learning to earning. A lot of light workers get stuck into the learning phase and then they don't go into the earning phase. Oh, let me take one more course. Let me read one more book. I'm not ready. I'm telling you right now, you are ready. People need what you already have in your mind. You have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience, and a wealth of intuitive gifts already within you. So it's time to claim your divine sacred wealth. And who am I? So, what do I stand for? Why am I doing this? I stand for the empowerment for all light workers, star seeds, empaths, and light workers such as yourself to unleash your healing and intuitive gifts to humanity by stop playing small and start showing up powerfully to call in the abundance that you so deserve. So, when light workers are abundant, we create changes in the world with rapid speed. A little bit more about myself. So, I'm an international spiritual healer. I'm a mystic teacher, a channeler, and wealth priestess. I am the healer and teacher at My Inner Temple. I also have an online school called the New Earth Alchemist Academy. I've done a lot of training myself, so I understand the nature of this spiritual wellness field. I've done Reiki, I've done shadow work training, meditation, yoga, Ayurvedic, massage training, all that juicy, amazing stuff. So, this is my journey climbing from the corporate ladder to high priestess ascension. This is really in the first 2 years of my business when I was still quite new. I started doing lots of workshops, maybe like you, I'm doing some shows. These are some of my Reiki students. And this is me in a documentary called Empowered Empaths. So that was a really exciting opportunity. So what I'm showing you this is that you might thinking, okay, I'm gonna start this business, but you never know what else is gonna come into your life. You get to work with all of these amazing light workers, all of these amazing souls here. Here are some of my shadow work workshops where I was teaching people how to work with their inner child. An amazing retreat that I did just 1.5 year into my business. One of my fellow light worker was like, wow, you've got balls, girls, to do this, so new into the industry. I'm like, yeah, it's time to share. And it was an amazing experience. Now, let's go into who is a high priestess. Why do I talk about the high priestess so much? A high priestess is someone who embodies the duality, is standing in the middle of light and shadow. I'm really someone that talks about alchemy and connecting to the divine. And all of this requires nothing but your body, intuition, and mind to manifest your vision. Now, I have had so many certificates, I was doing many workshops, seeing lots of clients, and yet I have no energy, no savings, and no real way of making my business a viable income in the long run. I was trapped in the hustle mode and struggle city. So you need to let go of these blockages mentally, emotionally, and energetically. So what are some of these vibrations that you need to let go of? Number one, rescuing. A lot of light workers do this rescuing thing where we want to rescue people, we want to do the work for them. Instead of rescuing people, I'm asking you to shift into being an activator. You are activating people to do the work and to ascend, to not depend on you and to trust in themselves. You also need to let go of any martyrdom, thinking that you need to sacrifice yourself for other people to heal. Not at all. Think about Jesus. Yes, he did the ultimate sacrifice, but do you think that he would still, in this time, sacrifice more of himself to help other people? No, becoming an ascended master, he's now helping people in the higher realms by empowering them, by offering healing. And so are you. There's no more of the sacrifice, old paradigm energy. It was needed at one time on earth, but it's no longer needed. Now we need light workers to unite. We need light workers to rise and to be empowered. When you let go of this vibration from your body, you start to get more clients, more money, and more sales. So the struggle and self-sacrifice needs to stop right now. I'm telling you, light workers, it's time to let that go. And when I committed to heal myself at the deepest level, I started to let go of my story, my trauma, and the not enoughness. I started seeing my life as a vision that is beyond myself, and I was ready to own my priestess powers and to create a life with passion, purpose, and prosperity. I was done struggling in my business and I was ready to rise above these doubts, scarcity, and the hustle, do mindset. And instead of hoarding and hiding my priestess power to myself and a small group of people, I decided to show up bolder, speak my truth, and support my path to success completely. And this is where I am inviting you now today. Whatever you're feeling right now, please invite yourself to make a sacred vow. Repeat this mantra. I let go of all blockages on all levels of my being, surrounding charging and receiving money for my services. Upgrading my frequency to wealth consciousness has changed my life and every cell in my being. Creating financial abundance as a healer, leader, and light worker has given me an opportunity to take my divine feminine powers back. I am complete and whole. It is safe for me to be wealthy and abundant while following my soul purpose with passion and love. I'm going to send you guys this sacred mantra so you can start repeating it every day to give yourself permission to manifest money with ease, with grace, and with integrity. Now, are you ready to give yourself full permission to make more money? Say yes to yourself, say yes in the chat box, declare to the universe you are ready to help more people while doing what you love. And before we start, let's take a look at some of the common fears. Number one is, do I have what it takes? You absolutely have what it takes. If you didn't, you wouldn't have the drive to help people and become a healer in the first place. Everyone has the potential to make a successful business, but a lot of light workers, they don't know how to do the 3D work, how to create that business. They just sit around and they think, okay, my spirit guides is going to take care for me, or it's just going to happen. Yes, in a way it's going to happen, but you also got to do the work, right? You got to spring into action. People need to see you. You need to be live on Instagram or Facebook so that people can find you. So what it really takes is skills and strategies. And that's something that you can learn. Anyone can learn how to do that. The second fear is there are so many healers, coaches, psychics out there. Can I really make it? Absolutely. Think about how many books there are, how many Tim Hortons, how many Dunkin' Donuts, and how many pizza restaurants are there. There's always more restaurants around, and they're always, in business, there's like 5 sushi restaurants in the same block in Toronto. And I used to scratch my head and think to myself, wow, how are they doing it? It's because they all attract their own tribe. With your vibration, you attract your own tribe. There's never really competition. It's not all about co-creation. And number 3, are people really going to pay me? So a lot of times when you think about, for example, a psychic business, you walk by a psychic store and you see psychic reading, $10. Of course, you're going to wonder, well, who is going to pay me more than $10? There absolutely will be people who pay you more than that. One of my psychic friends, she charged someone $3,000 to work with her. Another person made $40,000 by being a healer. So there's really no excuses. The sky is the limit here. There are people that value your services. All you need to learn is through the skill and strategy to learn where to find them and attract them. And sometimes we think we need to have something in order to be a certain way. Everything starts from you embodying your inherent femme powers and tapping into the riches within. So it starts with you. You have to say yes, and you have to give yourself permission. Now, in your pen and paper, we're going to start some reflecting exercises. So number 1 is, what are some of your aha moments in life? So if you're really new to your business, you need to have some compelling story or some compelling experiences so that when your client is reading your story, they're like, wow, okay, I've been through the same thing. I understand. She might resonate with me. So think about what are your aha moments. Start with one. If you're more than one, that's amazing. Write down three. So your aha moments are the moments where you went from a breakdown to a breakthrough. And how did you overcome that? So did you do, for me, I always talk about inner child work. I talk about how therapy didn't really help me heal myself fully. And it was through inner child work that absolutely gave me the breakthrough that I needed. If you were to go back in time as your current self to a time when you were struggling, what would you say to her? Your clients are most likely someone like you, but 3 or 5 years ago. So, all of my clients, when I first started, struggled with exactly what I was struggling 3 or 5 years ago. So, whoever comes to your door, you have the gift and ability to help them because you've overcome it. So, now think about what was I thinking back then? What were going in my mind? What kind of beliefs were I struggling with? Was I struggling with emotionally unavailable relationships? Was I struggling, feeling depressed? Start reflecting on some of the things that you were struggling in the past. This exercise is also going to help you with your marketing copy as well. So don't underestimate these questions. The more energy and effort that you put into it, the more that you can use the same things that you've written down and edit it into a marketing copy. So, taking some time to write it down, your aha moments, what how did you overcome a breakdown to a breakthrough? And if you were to go back in time as your current self to a time when you were struggling, what would you say to her? And very often, if you look at my own marketing copy or other coaches out there, they usually start with like a quote, like something that you needed to hear when you were struggling. So this is one way that you can up your marketing game is to speak directly to the client instead of something that's really general. You're speaking to your soulmate client. And if you're done with that, close your eyes for a moment. And what do you see yourself doing 2 years from now? When I was in the corporate, I was sitting in my office and I'm like, I don't see myself in this office 2 years from now. I see myself happy, joyous, fulfilled, doing what I loved. And in this moment, you're tapping into your future timeline. If it already happened in the future, all you have to do in the present moment is align yourself towards that future. If you can see it, it has already happened. Now, moving on because I want to respect everyone's time, but you can take some extra time after the training to elaborate on some of these questions. And so, just like you, I was chasing after the $70 a pop session. I was teaching yoga, I was facilitating workshops, doing massages, running all over the map, to now being able to have a 1.5K package and then 3K plus packages. So my closing rate is about 50% using a simple two-step system. So this is where in the beginning I told you it's not really that necessary for you in the beginning of your business to build like a fancy funnel or to have like these super like weekly classes where you just burn out within like 2 years. There's a way to do it to structure your business so that you can do it with ease and with grace. And I'm going to teach you this process right now, how to generate a 10K launch with no email list, fancy funnels, and no ads. And here are just some of my clients who are in the academy right now. This is Sandy. She is starting her own healing business, and we've been working together. She's now opening up her spiritual channels, learning how to read past lives, and learning how to get her healing business together. This is Aisha, and she's also starting her business as well. Everyone is on the same path. You're not alone. There's so many light workers being called to answer this mission. So just know that there's so many amazing women out there, and if they are making this reality, you can too. Now, activation number 1. Stop hiding and start showing up powerfully as your priestess goddess self. Create an energetic vortex for people to step in and experience your magic. You are a leader, you are a priestess. So you create through your sacral, your womb, your heart, and your throat. And with that, you use this energy to create a sacred container for your clients to step in and work with you. We're not doing the masculine way, which is to chase after clients or to be really forceful like a salesperson. We're doing it in the feminine way, where you invite people to come to you and to work with you. It's easier for you. And if you are an introverted person or shy person like me, this is absolutely a must for us to learn how to do. So here's my tip for you is you need to be, number 1, be visible. So you must have some type of social media platform that you're using right now, whether it is YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. You need to start showing up more on those platforms. And you need to show up to give value and to make an offer as well. And you can do this through a 14-day video challenge or a webinar. So something that I'm doing right now where you can just invite people to do a live training, or you can do a 14-day video series. And how you can do that is I'm going to show you the outline. When you show up more online, you're also instantly creating that credibility in your brand and creating that know, like, and trust factor. People only buy from people that they know, like, or trust. So you need to build this connection with your soulmate clients. And keeping it really simple, all you really need is a 2-step process. You can do a video and then have them fill out an application if it is a higher end package. If you're just doing something like less than $500, you can just directly get them on a call with you, a consultation call. Or you can do what a lot of coaches are doing is to do a webinar, have them sign a application, and then a call with you. And this is the structure of how you would lay out your video series. So you would go out, go out and open up a Word document and start day 1. And you want to create a title that sparks people's interest, curiosity, humanize yourself, to teach or to ask a question. You also want to create a copy. So if you look into my Facebook group, Rising of the Modern Goddess, on my Facebook page, there's usually this video description on the side. And that's what you need to do, because sometimes people like to read before they watch a video. So in your copy, you have to establish this bond with your soulmate clients. You need to talk about their pain points, and then you need to talk about their visions. You also want to address their objections as well and tell them about your stories. These are the things that people love to connect to and that will actually compel your soulmate clients to click on the video. Let me know if you want me to elaborate on any points. Just type in the chat box and I'm happy to do so. Next, you need to have a CTA. So whatever you're doing, especially on Facebook, you need to have a call to action. So rather it is to book a call with you, to join your Facebook group, or to sign up for a webinar. In every single thing that you do, especially on YouTube and Facebook, that's what you want to do. On Instagram, it's a little bit different. On Instagram, if you do want to sell, you want to do it on your stories. In Instagram, your feed is for people to know, like, and start to trust you, whereas your story is the more authentic self, the more humanized self, and you can start to capture your audience in your stories. And you also want to create talking points for yourself. So this is only for yourself. 1 or 3 points each webinar or each video is enough. If there's too much, people get confused, and a confused buyer doesn't buy. So you need to keep things really simple, just 3 things. Don't overteach. I tend to do that in the beginning where I just tell everyone everything and it's way too much to process. So just start with 1 or 3 points in each video. And before you know it, the video is like 15 minutes long. So keep it short in the beginning. So my challenge and homework for you from this live training is to write out a video challenge series. I don't care if you do it for 5 days, 7 days, or 14 days, and use this format. Write out your title, write out your copy, write out your CTA, write out your talking points. If you're doing 5 or 7 videos, that would take you 2 hours to do that. If you're doing a 14-day challenge, it might take you a whole day or 2 days to think about it. But you want to have everything prepared so that when you do the live, all you have to do is copy and paste, and you know exactly what you're doing. Any questions so far? Anything that anyone want me to elaborate on? So some of the titles that you see, it's usually one line, and it has to have some type of number or some type of eye-catching phrases in there. So you start studying other coaches and other healers. How do they do their line? I'm not saying copy them. Please don't copy people. But just seeing how they are doing it. And if you want more support on how to create a title that's enticing, that sparks interest, join my Rising of the Modern Goddess group. I'm going to do a training on how to create these type of titles. Amazing. So this is the same format that you would use for your webinar as well. You want to bond with people, you want to talk about their pain points, their visions, and then to invite them on this journey, and to also ask for permission to sell. So with your CTA, you want to be like, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, book a call with me, Activation number 2 is to get crystal clear on who you are, helping and activate them with a powerful, engaging messaging that makes them take action. So you have to get really specific in their desires, visions, pain point, and struggles. And a lot of spiritual healers, we struggle with that because what we do is kind of intangible, right? If you're selling a product, you're like, here's the product, it's $20 free shipping. But you're selling something that's like not as tangible, and sometimes it can be like, woohoo. Like, how do you explain channeling spirit guides to someone that absolutely have no idea what it's about? So as a business owner, you need to be able to translate that into common, easy to understand knowledge. So people say, oh, okay, I kind of understand what she's doing. I'm curious to learn more. And to also know that's information they can find anywhere. You go to YouTube, how to do this, how to do that. They can find information. So your content needs to move them at the emotional level and speak to their soul. And your energy is everything. Your vibe attract your tribe. You also need to know your clients even better than they know themselves. So here's another writing exercise for you guys is, what does your client have before working with you? And what do they have after working with you? If you want, you can write a column, just draw like a line down the middle of a page, one side. What do they have before working with you? Is it stress? Is it anxiety? Is it the ability to, the inability to sleep at night? Is it, repeating patterns coming up over and over again? And then what do they have after working with you? So what does your skill help them do? Are you going to help them cultivate their peace of mind? Are you going to help them release their lower back pain? Are you going to help them figure out their soul purpose? So you need to get clear on what they have before and after working with you. And also, once again, the emotion. How do they feel before working with you? Are they feeling angry? Are they feeling hopeless? Are they feeling sad? Are they letting guilt or shame block them from moving forward? And after working with you, how would they feel? So an example from this live training, I said, how would you feel if you have financial freedom? How would you feel if you have this and that and that? So you want to have that vision for them. And these are two very important points to have. Again, with this writing exercise, you can have 5 days of marketing copy just from answering this question. And you must convey with crystal clarity what you're offering with confidence and authenticity. And I know that confidence takes practice. So in the beginning, the first 3 videos, you might stutter, you might be shy, and that's okay. It's part of the process. You just need to practice more to gain the confidence. And we always evolving. If you look at my old videos when I first started, I wasn't that good. And now I'm getting better and better and better. And as the years go on, we keep that getting better and better. So let that fear go and look at it as a project where you are training yourself and really allowing yourself to get out there and to see who you can become. Activation number 3 is to package up your priestess powers to serve your clients at a deeper level. You need to create an irresistible offer that is exactly what they're looking for and are willing to pay the big bucks for. So, why do you need to go high end? Why do you need to go off these trading hours for dollars, $10, $50 session? For example, if you want to make 5K to have a comfortable living in Toronto or in Canada, when you're selling $100 sessions, that means you need 50 clients a month to make that income. But if you sell a 1K package, you only need 5 clients a month. If you sell a 2.5K package, you only need 2 clients a month. So think about it that way. If you're able to sell $100, you're going to be burned out even within a year. And that's given that if your calendar is fully booked, not even counting vacation days, not even counting sick days. But if you were to sell a higher end package, not only do you have that regular income coming in, you can scale from there, you can grow from there. And this is absolutely the best way to start your healing or coaching business is to have a higher end offer. And I know a lot of you might be thinking, well, what about the people that can't afford me? If I'm a light worker, shouldn't I be helping everyone? Yes, but you need to nourish yourself and then pay it forward. So for example, right now, if you look at me, yes, I have high-end packages, I have mid-end packages, I have lower-end courses. I also do a ton of free healing on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm only able to do that because I'm using this business model. Before, when I was running around the map, chasing these $100 sessions, I have no time for myself. I didn't even have time for my man. So where am I going to find the time to give free healing all the time? So now it's like shifting that paradigm in your mind and allowing yourself to have this business structure in place. And the honest truth is, I've been there. It takes the same amount of time, energy, and effort to sell a $100 session or 3K packages. And it's actually easier to close a 3K package than a $100 session because if someone is reaching out to you and they're really serious to work on themselves, they're ready, they would invest in themselves instead of you trying to convince someone to try a session for $100. And even if you don't feel like you're ready for a high-end package, think about, let's say, a $500 package. If you sell 6 of them, that's 3K. And let's say if you create a 2K offer, sell 2 of them plus 10 $100 sessions, which means working 10 hours in a whole month, that is a 5K income right there. So start thinking about these structures. And I want you to, in your notebook, think about reverse engineering your income goal. So how much do you want to make in a month? And what kind of offerings do you want to give? Do you want to give private sessions? Do you want to give workshops? Do you want to gift a 2-month coaching session? Do you want to create an online course? And as a business, you need cash flow to reinvest and grow your business. Without cash flow, we really don't have a business. We have an expensive side hustle. We have an expensive hobby. It's time to take our business seriously. And if you keep chasing after these $100 here and there, you'll be burned out in less than 2 years. I know because I've been there. And it doesn't help my clients either. There's some days where I'm just like pushing myself to go see my clients, and that's not how we should be like. So let's take your power back from thoughts that are keeping you stuck in struggle and scarcity. Like these are some of the common blockages that might be blocking you forward. So I'm a greedy person for wanting money. No, you're an abundant light worker with a mission to accomplish. If you have the abundance, think about how much more nourished you can be. You can buy organic food, you can donate to any charities that you want. When other friends of yours need help, you'll be able to help them. The other thing is, you might think people can't afford my services. That's not true. I've been in the corporate world. When you work in the corporate world, there's a lot of people that make lots of money. They just choose to spend it on, let's say, handbags and shoes. I've been there. So people can afford your services, but you need to activate people to let them understand why they need to invest in themselves and why they need to work with you. Another thing, is it okay for me to raise my prices? Absolutely yes. Especially if you've gone through the training, if you've honored yourself, then you need to honor your skill and your time. Your clients are not paying you for the healing and transformation at the end of the day. They're paying for your time. The transformation and healing depends on them. It's the two-way street. They have to meet you halfway. So start thinking, oh, I'm charging for healing, I'm charging for divine services. No, you are creating a platform, a vortex for them to invest in themselves, an opportunity for them to become the best version of themselves. And what would my friends and peers think of me? This is where most of you really need to step out of your spiritual closet and start owning who you are. So envision and feel deeply into how it would be to have a profitable business that brings in consistent cash flow every single month. Working with clients that loves working with you, do their homework and get results from your services, courses, and programs, and more freedom and time for your loved ones. When people invest in themselves, they also take it more seriously. Think about the last time you got something for free or for $10. You're like, I can do without it. But when you invest in yourself, $2,000, you're like, oh wow, I got to do this work. I got to do the homework. I got to finish this so I can get my diploma, get my degree, get, the grades that I need to graduate. So when people invest, it's not only beneficial for you as a business, it's also beneficial for them as well. It helps them become accountable. So it's really time for light workers and healers of the world to become wealthy, abundant, and rich on all levels. And this is even beyond financials. Success is about getting out of your own way and who you are becoming. So think about who you want to become 2 years from now, 5 years from now. A lot of you are seeing yourself speaking, writing a book, holding workshops, training other healers, teaching other people. So make that powerful choice right now and a burning desire to decide for yourself and to follow through with action. This is the formula to success right here. Now, you have two options. If you want to do it the hard way by yourself, that's okay. I've done it for years. No, I'm not someone to judge. But there's an easier way, which is to journey with me, and it's to rapidly ascend and rise together. So at this point of the webinar, if you've gotten a lot of value, thank you for joining me. Start working on your business, start growing your business. And if you like my vibration, you like my energy, and you want to learn more about how to work with me and to join the other priestesses, you can stay behind. And with your permission now, I'm going forward with the training to tell you a bit about my program. So there's a way to create more ease, grace, and change the way you serve your clients as a high priestess. I used to have this fear of, how am I going to serve people with so many different certificates? Like in the beginning, I was telling you guys I have all these certificates, but my Reiki clients didn't know I do inner child work. My inner child clients didn't know that I do channeling or spiritual messages. So I started to think of ways, how can I incorporate it into this one thing that they can experience it on a full level? And through that, I've birthed and created the High Priestess Ascension Program. And it is a 6-month journey with me to unleash your inherent powers and to create a rock solid, successful business with purpose, passion, and fire. And this is something that I don't see in the marketplace a lot. This is something that's not available for me. You finish your Reiki classes, but then you're like, okay, great. How do I start my business? Or you have business coaches that don't understand the nature of your work. I have one of my students, one business coach told her that I have no idea what you do. I don't even know why you're doing this woohoo thing. That's a shot to her self-esteem. And that's not the type of business coach that you want to work with. You want to work with someone who's been through this path, who understand the nature of your work and have been there and made a success out of it. So this is why I've created this program, is where you will receive healing. So you get to heal yourself with inner child work, with channeling. I'm going to be your healer. I'm also going to teach you as well how to become a better healer. So if you think that Reiki alone is going to be enough for full-time business, not anymore. There's so many Reiki business out there. To stand out as a healer, you need to have more skills. And in this academy, I'm going to train you on what you need to become a successful master healer. Number 3 is you're also going to learn how to create your business. So all 3 together, you get to heal yourself, get to be trained as a healer, receive your certificate, and get to know how to create your business. And all of this is done online, so you don't need to be in person. You get lifetime access to the module, so you can come back again and again to revisit the material. And here's the curriculum. So if you're a nerd like me, we like to know about the details and what we want to learn in our program. So there's 2 phases when it comes to this academy. Number 1 is your Goddess Manifesto. So once again, your vibration and energy is important. When your vibration is light, it's happy, and it is grounded, people are more willing to come and work with you. Think about why you went to a certain dentist. Why did you pick a certain doctor? Why did you choose a certain chiropractor? Because of their energy. So if there's any remaining energy in you that you doubt yourself, doubt your healing abilities, your clients are going to feel it subconsciously. So we need to work on your vibration. And that starts by tuning into your high priestess, goddess powers, working with the divine feminine archetypes, the mother, the warrior, the wild woman, the Aphrodite, unlocking all of these archetypes so that you can really get to truly unleash your inner goddess. Module 2, I'm going to teach you how to heal your inner child using a soul retrieval technique. You're going to learn how to heal the emotional body. So you get to heal yourself and at the same time get to learn and practice how to do this work with the other priestesses in the academy. Module 3 is learning how to become the Aphrodite lover. So there's a lot of creation force in your womb that's waiting to be expressed. There's so much power in your throat chakra that want to express itself. And it's really time for you to own that sacred divine feminine power and let yourself birth this beautiful, heart-centered, soul-aligned business into this reality. Number 4, module 4, you're going to learn how to become a high priestess. So there's at least 7 modules teaching you how to do soul retrieval, cord cutting, channeling. There's 2 courses on how to channel spirit guides, how to connect with galactic guides, how to do readings for other people, how to clear your light body, more in-depth knowledge about the chakras and the light body. And there's really a lot of things that you can learn through this program other than Reiki in itself. Module 5 is about self-care. So being the warrior, being the wild woman, finding the strength in you. So this module, you're going to learn how to use breath work, how to use energy healing for your chakra system, your meridian line, how to read auras, how to treat auric leakages and blockages. So there's a ton of learning that goes on in this academy. While you're still training, learning, and healing, you get to also at the same time build and start to create your business as well. So module 1 in phase 2 is Success Priestess Evolution. You get to learn how to create this crystal clarity on your messaging. Messaging is key when it comes to your business. Once again, if you're just going out there and you say, oh, be happier and connect with Mother Earth with me, people are going to be like, what? So you need to have these persuasive, clear messaging that brings people in to your vortex to work with you. And I'm going to teach you how to create these marketing copy. And in the beginning of your business, you really want to master this on your own instead of outsourcing it for people, because expenses can pile up. So why not learn it on your own? Module 2, you're going to learn how to package your priestess power. So we're going to sit down together, we're going to create your offering together, and we're going to create your workshops together as well. So then you really have the confidence to get out there and to show your light and shine your light to the world. Module 3 is creating a successful brand. So how do you brand yourself? How do you create authority in this industry? How do you gain committed clients in module 4? So I'm going to share with you some effective tips and tricks to securing repeating clients by giving them great results that makes them rave about you. So the way that I've been doing my business, a lot of my private clients are just referral. I haven't even done zero ads for my private sessions. So when you are good at what you do, when people know, she's got the special stuff, they come back to you and then they refer people that they know to you. So in that way, you don't even need to spend that much money into marketing yourself. It would just be through word of mouth, and already you can gain 3 to 5 clients a week through word of mouth within like 6 months. And from there, you can invest into Facebook ads and bring in more clients that way. Module 5 is about stable cash flow. So let's say you're just starting out and you need experiences and you want to slowly create that high-end offer that I'm talking about. So we're going to sit down, I'm going to teach you how to sell high-end. There is a specific structure when it comes to that. And you also need to learn it so that you have the confidence to go out and offer your high-end offer to people. And this high-end offer is not just, a crappy offer where, like some other coaches out there, not gonna judge, but I've seen some coaches out there just put on this like high-end offer. And when I took their program, I'm like, what is this? I can get this in like a $10 book. So I didn't want to be those coach. And so what I'm offering to you now is real substance. It's going to help you be successful so that people is like, wow, this is worth every penny that I paid for. And module 6 is learning how to do soul power sales. So instead of just learning the basic business approach, you're going to infuse it with spirituality to call in your clients with ease and with grace. And I'll be honest with you guys right now, all the students that I have in my high-end training program, it was so easy. Like some of them wasn't even like a sales call. It was just like they calling me, we were on the phone talking, and then I was like, wow, that's what you want? Well, I have this offer. Would you like to hear about it? And then she joined my academy after that. So when you use energetic magic and this spirituality in one by using these rituals, using these practices, the universe conspires to help you and brings in what you need energetically. So you don't even need to hustle so much and struggle so much. And these are some of my amazing Reiki masters here. These are some of the notes that have been given by them. All 3 of them here that you see finished their Reiki master with me last year, and they all starting their business. Melissa have her own healing clinic. Amara is starting her twin flame healing business. And Aisha is already seeing clients. And she hasn't even done any advertising. She doesn't even have a website yet. She already have 3 to 5 clients a week. The bonuses that come along with this program is also amazing as well. I didn't just want to like give you the classes. I also want to support you as well, because I know that it's really important to have someone there to support you and maybe edit your work. And most coaches don't really offer that, right? So I'm going to offer you guys this group master classes where bi-weekly we'll get together, live training just like what we're doing right now, where you get to ask questions and get to know the other priestesses as well. You get email and messenger support from me Monday to Friday. And you'll also get access to our private Facebook group, which means lifetime access to more support, more healing, more activations. There are surprise guest healers that come in and share the wisdom. So you're always learning with me. When I learn something new, I'm going to teach you. When I see other healers who's really good at what they do, I'm going to introduce you guys to them too, so you guys can co-create with each other. So this is a sacred invitation for you to rise. And if you feel like this curriculum is something of interest to you, then book a call with me. Fill out your application. I want to make sure that we are a good fit to work with each other. On the call, I want to know about you. I want to know about your business, and I want to know about your future. And so if that's what you want, I would love to speak to you and connect to you on the phone together. And I just wanted to thank you for your love, for serving people, your time for coming here to work on yourself, to serve other people, and your dedication to become a better person each and every single day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I am here to answer some questions if you do have questions. And this is the link to book a call with me is tiffanytin.youcanbookme.me. And here you can fill out a very easy, simple application, and then we can work together. And just in the call, I'll give you some coaching as well on what are the next steps that you should do to ascend your business. So really, there's nothing to lose here. We're going to get on the phone for half an hour or so. I'm going to help you and give you one-on-one coaching on how to go forward from there. So I don't really mind if you don't work with me in the program. That's not a big deal. But I want to help you. So let me help you. Let me get on the call with you. Let's take a look on what is your vision and let's get going. A lot of people need your healing. So many people are looking for you to rise. So it's time, priestess, it's time, goddess, for you to own your divine sacred power and just join this circle. So many healers are creating that abundance that they want in their life. So why shouldn't you? You absolutely can. And this is the training for today. Are there any questions for me? I know sometimes people wonder, like, for example, one of my students yesterday was thinking, if I want to write a book, how would this fit into this type of training? So if you want to write a book, right, or even just create an online course, you can add something on top of it. You can do a bi-weekly group coaching. You can do like a private session added on to the online course. So don't worry about it. There's like so many creative ways to do it. Oh, and one more thing for you guys that are on this call at the end is I need to take a picture of everyone because I want to send you guys an extra training so that you can see what it's like to work with me in the High Priestess Ascension. Hi, Olena. Thank you for your workshop, Tiffany. My pleasure. I'm interested how many hours you work per week on average. So for me, on a breakdown, I don't work Saturday and Sunday. Those are like my day off. So I work about 4.5 days a week. And I have a master class on Tuesday night, so bi-weekly Tuesday night. And then in the morning, I just see 1 or 2 clients in the morning. During the day, I'm doing some marketing, some live videos, and that's about it. So I would say on average, I'm working, I never really counted, 4 to 5 hours a day, 4 to 5 days a week. If I have like a big launch, like when I just first time launched the High Priestess program, I was working more than that, but I never ever went past 30 hours a week. And if you want to become a student in the academy, it would take about maybe 2 to 3 hours a week to do the homework. So it's not too overwhelming. Even if you're working for someone else right now, it's very doable. You can go from employee to entrepreneur very easily. Whereas before, like Olena, before I was working so much, I was working like 80 hours a week because I'm constantly chasing clients. I'm like, okay, here's $100. Now I gotta find the next $100. It was so like exhausting. And I love seeing people in private sessions, but through these like higher end packages and online courses and higher end workshops that I'm doing is so much easier. People are amazing. You get to see these amazing deep results that you can't really see in private one-off sessions. They really don't get that deep transformation because they feel better after the session, and then they don't see you for 2 3 weeks, and then they go back to where they are. So when you create something that's supportive along the way, their vibration keep rising and rising and rising. And those are your soulmate clients, are the ones that are the lifers that stick with you for months, for years at a time. Amazing, everybody. So join me, like keep me posted on where you at, book a call with me, let's take a look on your business, and stay tuned to more training, and let me know what would you like to learn next. Do you want to learn how to create your packages, or how to create email headlines? I'll do some short trainings on Facebook in the Rising of the Modern Goddess. If you're not in that group, join it now. I also have healing classes in there as well, lots of free value. But if you're ready to really take it to the next step, be sure to book a call with me, learn more about the program. The program is actually really affordable for what I'm teaching. It's really affordable. There's payment plan, and yeah, come learn more about it. And then I can't wait to chat with you guys. And any other questions before we log off? Cool. Sounds like everyone is doing well. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me live today, everybody. And I will see you guys in another training. And I look forward to see you on the call or in my Facebook group. Keep shining your light. Keep calling in the abundance. You are in own of all the abundance, all the riches and wealth in this world. You are resourceful. You never work alone. And you are abundant. You are light. Keep shining. Ciao.